This week, Democratic lawmaker Debbie Dingell appeared on CNN, where she, as she's been known to do, took a few shots at Donald Trump, specifically his supporters. She said that the Trump-inspired threats against elected officials are, quote, getting worse. She also mentioned Donald Trump's Christmas message where he told everybody to rot in hell. Dingell said, quote, "And I, quite frankly, I'm going to tell you what I think it was one of the most pathetic Christmas greetings I've heard when a former president of the United States who wants to return tells people on Christmas Day that they can rot in hell. He is contributing to the divisiveness and division in this country." That's not even that harsh of a criticism. Let's be honest. You could have gone scorched earth against the guy, but this is a very mild criticism in terms of all the criticisms we've seen of Donald Trump. But it was still enough to send Donald Trump over the edge. And he attacked Debbie Dingell, again, Democratic lawmaker from Michigan, by attacking her dead husband, who had served in Congress before Debbie did. And then he mocked her for crying when he died. Here's what Trump posted on Truth Social after, again, this very mild criticism from Debbie Dingell. He said, "Our country is no longer a respected mess, a nation in decline, a failing, crime-ridden country. When I gave, as president, her long-serving husband the absolute highest U.S. honors for his funeral, a really big deal, she called me crying almost uncontrollably to say that she couldn't believe I was willing to do that for a Democrat. She thanked me profusely. 2 months later, she was back on the trail ranting and raving about Trump. She ought to focus on how badly the auto workers of Michigan and the USA as a whole are being treated by China, to which crooked Joe Biden has given his once great industry away." She was crying profusely because her husband of many decades had passed away. And she was honored at the time that Donald Trump wasn't a dick about it. Let's be clear. Trump decided he wasn't going to be a jackass, but now he's going to be a jackass and mock you for crying profusely because your spouse died. Now, we know that Donald Trump doesn't actually have human emotions. He buried his ex-wife, Ivana, on his golf course, and then they didn't even have the decency to mow her. So, yeah, this is a guy that doesn't care about human life. He doesn't care about human emotions. Totally, textbook sociopathic. But now he's mocking her for that. And let's keep in mind, this is not the first time that Donald Trump has gone after Dingell. At a rally in Michigan, I believe it was earlier this year, he mentioned that her deceased husband, John Dingell, was looking up at them from hell. So, yeah, somehow, as bad as that statement was, still he decided to make it worse by mocking her for being upset about her deceased husband. Donald Trump, to say that he's a monster, that doesn't do it justice. We are dealing with a very deeply inhuman character here. Just the most evil type of human being you can imagine. And I'm not just saying that because I hate Trump. I am saying this because you look at his words, you look at the way he treats people. How can anybody out there be cool with this? I know there's a lot of, weird wackos in this country. I get why y'all like him. But some of these average, everyday people who still support Donald Trump, how can you look at stuff like this and still say, that's my guy? No, boy, he really gave it to her about her husband being dead. The f*** is wrong with you people? Seriously, what is wrong with you? To support this monster, this cretin, this absolutely subhuman piece of garbage, it makes no sense to me. But if you still support it, then you're just as bad as he is. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.